Okay, here we are again today at the Polkadot Blockchain Academy. We are very, very lucky to have one of my favorite people in the ecosystem here, Filippo.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Michael.
Filippo, can you maybe
here.
tell me a little bit about yourself, how long you've been in the ecosystem, what your job is?
I'm Filippo, and I'm a technical educator at the Web3 Foundation, which is the foundation behind the Polkadot ecosystem. And I joined the foundation in 2022. I've been using Polkadot before, but yeah, I would say I'm in the ecosystem since 2022.
Okay, beautiful. We know the whole purpose of this ecosystem and the Web3 Foundation is to bring about Web3. Could you maybe explain, like, for very simple terms, someone who's never heard these analogies before, what is Web3 and how is it different from Web2?
Okay, yeah, I mean, you said it right. I mean, the foundation mission, as the name of the foundation is Web3 Foundation, is to develop or, fund, develop, research Web3 technologies. And Web3 essentially is a new form of internet that is based on blockchain technology and cryptography. So it's very important at the core of Web3 that the user owns the digital identity, right? Whatever you do on Web3 is basically you can verify that you have done it, and you own your data, your assets. It can be anything, NFTs or tokens or real estate stuff. Basically the difference with Web2 is that the problem with Web2 is that there is a strong centralization, and companies like Google, Facebook, they are a monopoly, and they own your identity. They can do whatever they want. You put trust in them, but they paid millions and millions in fines just because they misused data or sold data for ads, even political campaigns, right? Sure. Like Cambridge Analytica and all these like scandals, right? So it's it's a big mission, Web3. I would say it's nice to be here at the forefront. With you and other people building in the space, and glad to be here.
It's a super technical term when you're trying to talk about a new version of the internet. The way that made sense in my mind is that in Web 1 it was we're being given things over the internet. In Web 2 we gave things to the internet, and now Web 3 we own our version and our presence on the internet. And I think that was kind of the way that it kind of clicked in my mind. It's obviously a little more complicated.
Yeah, no, of course. Like Web 1, essentially, I was born in the 90s. So the only way to use the internet is just to consume information, right? There were articles you can just read, right?
Yeah.
And then with Web 2 and Google and Facebook, you could like post and create content, so you can add information to the internet. But essentially, it turns out that few companies just took the control over the data that people basically are publishing. If you publish on Facebook, the data is not yours. You publish the pictures, or in Instagram. If the Instagram goes down or cease to exist, it's problematic.
Yep.
Right?
So obviously, the backbone of this technology is blockchain. Now, this is a very complex term for someone who's not technical. And when I first joined the ecosystem, this was a very technical term. Like, how do you think that we can really baseline explain what a blockchain is for somebody who's never heard this term before?
Okay, so first, blockchain, as the term suggests,
a chain of blocks.
It's a chain of blocks, right?
Okay.
So what are these blocks? Essentially, these blocks, you can imagine that, of course, they're not physical blocks. They are virtual, right? Like in the computer, you have data sets and stuff that you cannot really touch, right?
Yes.
So it's essentially a way of storing data.
Yeah.
Right? You store data into a block, and for a specific period of time, you have this bunch of data, and then you package into a block, and then another time frame passes, and then whatever happens, you also package into a block. And they're somehow linked, these blocks, right?
Yes.
And this is really key in blockchain. Once the blocks are part of the blockchain, it's very difficult to tamper the data.
Yes.
And this is why blockchain are very useful to track ownership and sensitive data, because once they are part of the blockchain, you cannot really go back and alter the data set or tamper or make sure that somehow they fit, whatever story you want to tell or these kind of things, yeah?
Yeah.
It's very powerful technology.
I kind of always understood it like a block is almost like a page. And once the page is full of information, then that page gets added to a book. And there's pages like in a book. And obviously this is digital and it's going to be this never-ending book of pages that keep getting added to it.
Exactly. And you cannot really change whatever is written on those pages once they're part of the book, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's a really great way of explaining it.
Yeah.
So obviously here at the Polkadot Blockchain Academy, we're doing some pretty amazing things. What's the purpose of the Polkadot Blockchain Academy and why are we here? Why would someone want to come and join it?
I would say the Polkadot Blockchain Academy is a very interesting place to share knowledge. You have here people that are expert in the system, that have been in blockchain for decades even more, right? So these are people that really know how blockchain works, from like cryptoeconomics to cryptography, anything like governance, all this stuff, right? And students that come here can really connect with the staff. It's not that the people come in, do the lecture, and then go away, right? The people that are teaching here, they're kind of part of the group. Mm-hmm. So you can really share knowledge and learn from your own your own like friends or like new people coming here learning, mm-hmm. and the staff, the mentor, the instructors, right? The other thing is I really love the idea of, the Polkadot Blockchain Academy, this cohort has like 82 people coming from 30 different countries. So you can imagine, like, these people are coming here in a single place, they learn about Web3, blockchain, and Polkadot, and then they go back to their countries, and they can teach other people in their own language, mm-hmm. and this is how actually we spread education. This is a really big mission of the PBA, I think, is like really educating the world on blockchain. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I mean, it's a big battle, right? Because media, especially also in my country, they are feeding the public with misinformation, with scams, and this guy lost that money, this guy lost that. You need to understand that blockchain technology is very different from cryptocurrencies, right?
Yeah.
You have the financial aspect of it, but you also have the great benefit of this technology. And, you're part of this mission here in Indonesia with the government. You are educating the government and providing the government blockchain solution to tackle their own problem, right? Digital identities, mm-hmm. passport, whatever, university certificates, tokenization of commodities, and these kind of things.
I know that there's many different variations now of blockchain. There's Bitcoin, there's Ethereum, there's Solana, but you and I specifically are very involved by choice in the Polkadot ecosystem. Like, what makes you tick, and why would you like to, I guess, be in Polkadot as opposed to going and joining Solana or another ecosystem? Why are you in Polkadot?
I joined Polkadot because I've seen this video while Web3 Foundation teaching about blockchain, right?
Yeah, I think I've seen the same one.
Yeah, about this massive course on blockchain technology, like basically free on YouTube, and I was fascinated, man. It's like the idea of really constructing like kind of a hub, where every blockchain is secure and can interoperate with each other and communicate, because now we have different blockchain technologies, different blockchain protocols. They're trying to communicate to each other, but through these bridges, right? But most of the hacks happen on these bridges. And the hacks are bad publicity, bad press for our space. So the fact that Polkadot came up with this, security, highly secure system and also highly secure communication system between protocols, it was like visionary, it's like in 2016, man, it's like ages ago, like it's crazy. And the fact that in 2020, got launched, and now we are iterating over it over and over and making it better. I think it's a big mission. It's like Web3, right? Web3 is like different protocols that can communicate with their own value proposition, leverage other like capabilities, like you have this bridge, and then that blockchain needs that bridge, and that blockchain needs that other blockchain because they have some sort of like agreement or collaboration, mm-hmm. but you want a secure system.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, I think I'm most in Polkadot because of the technology, but not only. I'm more a person is also in the community, and I think that Web3 is strongly based on communities because no one owns it. The communities is basically the shared collective, of kind of internet. So it's very important that the community is on board, and that's why I made so many friends, like you and other people in the ecosystem. I'm very, very glad to be here and being welcomed as well, right? Because it's you need a welcoming environment, and
I guess just to finalize and put a nice little pink bow on this one, what are you excited about? What is the future hold for you? We like to be optimistic here, especially here in Bali. It's a very spiritual place. It's a very calm place. What makes you excited? What are you excited about for the future?
Yeah, what makes me excited is to put this Web3 to fruition, the vision, right? To see real use cases, to see governments, to see institutions, to see big Web2 companies adopting Web3 technologies because they need it somehow.
Yeah.
And to solve their problems. It can be even a simple problem. You don't have to do Web3 or use blockchain everywhere,
Yeah.
Just to fix one thing. Maybe you need it,
Yep.
For example, here in Indonesia, as I mentioned, there are problems with digital identities. So you can track digital identities on chain. You can tokenize stuff, stable coins. Stable coins is the most important use case nowadays. Right? It's like billions in volumes because you can send money or, send USD, for example, from here to Switzerland in 1 second. No banks, no stuff, 24/7 open. And this is a huge advantage.
Yeah.
So it's, I think we're getting there, but takes time and takes generational changes, right? Because people need to be open to change and to streamline processes and these kind of things.
Thank you for what you're doing here. Thank you for being at the PBA and for doing all that you do. And thank you for what you do in the ecosystem.
Yes,
Filippo,
pleasure, man.
thanks for joining us.
Thank you.